We have spent decades placing our hormones into two neat, culturally defined boxes. Testosterone is widely treated as the male hormone, the driver of muscle, aggression, and libido. Estradiol, or estrogen, is cast as the female hormone, responsible for reproduction and soft tissue. Relying on this strict binary causes measurable physical harm. When men aggressively suppress their estrogen to maximize their testosterone levels, they often experience a sudden onset of depression, joint pain, and weight gain. Conversely, when women hit menopause and their estrogen production drops, their risk of cardiovascular disease spikes to match or exceed that of men. Testosterone is the most abundant active sex steroid in females, circulating 5 to 50 times higher than estradiol. In males, over 80% of circulating estradiol is manufactured in peripheral tissues, drawn directly from their existing pool of testosterone. Classifying these molecules by biological sex misrepresents how the human body works. They are two halves of a shared metabolic engine required to keep our cardiovascular and nervous systems functioning. The bridge between these two hormones is a specific enzyme called aromatase. Its primary job is to manage metabolic homeostasis by taking molecules of one type and transforming their shape into another. This biochemical reality changes how we view testosterone. Instead of being a final, finished product, testosterone frequently acts as a prohormone, a raw material waiting to be converted into the specific tool the body needs at a given moment. This flowchart maps the biochemical pipeline. As testosterone circulates through peripheral tissues like fat and muscle, it encounters the aromatase enzyme, passes through it, and is converted directly into estradiol. Interventions that block this conversion pathway do not optimize a patient's health. Cutting off the supply of aromatase severs the body's primary network for self-regulation and cellular repair. To determine exactly which hormone controls which physiological function, researchers led by Dr. Joel Finkelstein conducted a landmark set of trials, known as the HIM and HER studies at Harvard Medical School. The research team took nearly 400 healthy men and temporarily suppressed their natural hormone production. They then reintroduced testosterone in varying doses. Crucially, in one cohort, they added an aromatase inhibitor to block any of that new testosterone from turning into estrogen. This allowed them to observe the isolated effects of each hormone independently. This graph plots hormone levels against health markers. Lean mass holds steady only when testosterone is active. Isolating body fat, results diverge. When estradiol is suppressed, visceral fat spikes sharply, regardless of testosterone. Estrogen deficiency drives fat gain and rapid bone decay. The researchers then measured their sexual function. They found blocking estrogen synthesis resulted in significant decreases in both sexual desire and erectile function. A man's physical vitality, his bone density, cardiovascular health, and libido requires the simultaneous active presence of female estrogen. The two hormones must work in tandem. In the female body, estradiol acts as a potent metabolic regulator. It functions as an exercise mimic at the cellular level, forcing white fat cells to brown by increasing their mitochondrial density so they burn fatty acids for heat. Meanwhile, physiological testosterone operates quietly in the background for women, preserving bone architecture, increasing skeletal muscle mass, and maintaining insulin sensitivity. Through menopause or male hypogonadism, the body loses these specific protections, triggering a systemic collapse of the cardiovascular and metabolic defense network. Despite this biological reality, some health clinics still prescribe aromatase inhibitors to male patients, artificially inflating their testosterone numbers while deliberately crashing their estradiol. This practice actively damages the patient's endothelial function and lipid profiles. Modern clinical evidence points to a clear conclusion. Preventing frailty and cardiometabolic disease during the aging process requires optimizing and preserving both hormones concurrently. The human metabolic engine is blind to our cultural definitions of masculinity and femininity. Biological survival requires the seamless synergy of both testosterone and estradiol.